we want to welcome everyone, all of our fans, all of the people following us to Let's Talk Relationships Coast to Coast.
Mhm.
And I'm with Elissa Glickman, and she's there in New York City. I'm here in San Jose, California, and we're happy to be with you today.
Yes, it's really great to be back, and I am looking forward to talking about the topic we have for today, which is really the importance of balance in a couple's life between, the couple relationship and other relationships that are also really important and support the couple. And so we thought that was a really important thing to share with you.
And as we thought about it, we talked earlier about two ways that we can go, things can go awry in this way. One is when there's when you're married and you go into this romantic stage, you're in this phase we call symbiosis, in a state where there's really an unhealthy connection because you're seeing the other person as yourself. You're not able to see their reality as different from yours. And so when you're in that state, the tendency is to see other relationships as a threat or other activities as a threat. And so when that happens, then it's unhealthy, because you need other relationships. You need men need relationships with men, women need relationships with women. We need healthy balance with family. But when there's that control, that's a bad thing. And sometimes then the relationship will rupture, or the connection will rupture, and the person will just go ahead and with the other relationships, and they'll end up in a parallel existence and not feeling real connected. So how do you deal with that?
Right. Because when you're coming from that place, it seems like there's only two options: be completely enmeshed or be separate. And people, sometimes don't know how to merge those, which is really when you feel the best. So I think, it comes from the idea of, working, communicating about it, including each other at times. And also the idea that family, I think couples feel the best when they are not just focused on each other, but also have this nice, healthy balance of friends, of community, of family. I remember when we first got married and had children, and, there's a lot to deal with by yourself. And when you have and then when family came over to visit and we would share the joy together, it just left us feeling so grounded and so happy, and really like it almost like reflected back to us what's going on. Sometimes when you're just in it so deeply, it's really hard to see what's going on. And when you get that feedback and be with other people, it lets you see your relationship in a healthier way.
Wow. That's really important. And because you can't expect one person, even your intimate partner, to meet all your needs.
Right, exactly.
But on the other hand, we can't go outside. We can't. The other problem with that, I mentioned the one, is when we're stuck together and we don't want to share with other people, and where we see the other relationships as a threat. The other side of that is when we go too far, when we feel disconnected, so we go seeking to have our needs met through other relationships. It might be legitimate things like relationships at work, doing work together. It could be the children you're focused on. It could be things but it's an exit from the relationship because you don't feel connected. That doesn't work either.
Exactly. So that's the idea, when we don't see choice and we don't know how to merge things. So really, it starts with the awareness that this is a healthy thing. I mean, really, for people to feel healthy, mentally healthy in their life, there's many components to that. It's not just about the couple, but the couple at the same time, as you're saying, should not be forgotten about. So sometimes it takes conscious effort to make all of these things work. And really, it starts with the awareness and being able to communicate about it in a really safe, healthy way. So we need relationships with each other and these other parts. And if one person is feeling insecure about the other person's friendships or with their work, to have a way to talk about that safely and really respectfully. but also just the education that this is really good. It's good to have all these parts. But some, it might be that one partner is really good at maintaining it and the other person, isn't so good. So they feel a little threatened. But there's really space to talk about that. And that's really the idea, just to sort of normalize that this is a good thing to have, but it can also be something we have to focus on. It's not, not everything is natural. Not everything just happens, boom, 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 and we're all done with happily ever after.
Yeah.
We really need to learn how to communicate about things. And when these little struggles happen, to just, learn the skills of how to talk about things safely.
Communicate about it. And that's where the therapy, the Imago relationship therapy, is so good at helping couples talk about it in a way that really helps with this differentiation, where where each individual can maintain their full identity as an individual and all their differences, and yet stay connected beyond those differences.
Right.
Great.
It's certainly not always easy, but there is a way, to really focus on that and make it happen, which, is unbelievably simple and seems easy, but of course it's not when you're in the moment, but you learn tools to get back to that. You learn how to keep it safe when you're feeling threatened by these other things or frustrated that you don't have them. So, there are definitely ways to get back to that connection and keep it safe.
Well, just let me say that to you who are watching, if this is an issue with you, make a comment, ask a question, and we'd love to address that in future broadcasts.
Yeah, or other questions. We would love this to be interactive and really listen to what is of interest and need to our viewers. So thank you so much. It was great seeing you, Chuck. I enjoyed our conversation, and I'll see you next month.
I'll see you next month. Good being with all of you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.